Welcome back. I promised I was going to tell you all about a spectacular. Well, here it is. We are going to have the 60th anniversary celebration in the Inaugural Civic Hall of Fame. And I have a blast from the past. Mr. Chuck Kelley, the chairman of the board in 1995. My goodness, welcome back.
Dave, glad to be here and glad to be part of the spectacular segment.
Spectacular. We might as well make it spectacular. Yes. Chuck, tell the folks a little bit about you and your involvement in our chamber.
Well, it does go way back. Our family opened the Kelley supermarket. It was Kelley Super Value Foods in Niceville there in Palm Plaza in 1980. And I came back to join Dad and my brother in 1981, and we got involved with the chamber. And it took a while for me to get into any kind of a leadership role of it with it, but we were always supporters and we were doing fundraisers and helping and serving on the committees. But as you said, in 1995 I became chairman of the board, and not long after that my wife Lori, who was chairman of the board in 2000, or as she would say, she was chair of the board in 2000. But we had the supermarket there for nearly 30 years, I think 28 years or so in Palm Plaza before we sold, and my brother and I got into another line of business. But Niceville was home. I lived in Blue Water at the time, and we grew up in that community, and it was just we felt a part of the community. The community was responding well to us. I got involved with Niceville High School. I was calling football games at Niceville High School.
I recall.
In the 80s and the 90s, it was on the radio. But it was just a great time to be a part of Niceville and watch the growth that today. You see what it is today, and we were there to be able to watch a lot of it.
It's truly amazing. And so as we come up on the 60th anniversary of our chamber, which is hard to fathom, our current chair of the board, Alan, came up with this great idea that maybe we should create a civic hall of fame, because so many folks like your family played such an instrumental role in growing our community and creating it what it is. Maybe we should try and memorialize that for those that come after, to get an idea of who helped us get where we are.
And it is amazing that we get to the 60th year when someone finally comes up with that idea, because there has been so many pivotal people and involved people that have come through Niceville and are still there, and still a large part of the growth of the business area there in Niceville, that they're righteously deserving of being recognized. And 60 years later, after we start this chamber, it's finally going to happen. And I think that's exciting to see what they're going to do.
Make sure you pat Alan Wood, CCB Community Bank, our current chairman of the board, on the back. He has put together a committee that is being chaired by Debbie Elliott of Coastal Bank and Trust, and they're working on the entire project. So we're going to have the big 60th anniversary celebration, as well as this civic leaders group. So it sounds like it's going to be quite an event, and I know you could too, think of a few names that are probably going to be bantered around for that first inaugural group to go up on the wall.
Well, and I think they've received nominations. They've been receiving nominations already, and I believe they're going to be looking for the initial eight that are going to be recognized in this first setting. But to your point, there's going to be a lot more than 8 names nominated, because that's going to be a difficult process for somebody to narrow it down and see, well, who would be the first 8 to go into this Hall of Fame.
And and when we look at the 8 too, there are so many that have, I mean, we could easily just name 8 people that have passed that were huge, instrumental in Niceville being on the map at all. And so there's actually going to be a mixture of new and old, and so a little bit of everybody, but it's going to be the people that everybody, we're going to immediately say, aha, yes, that's somebody who played a pivotal role in putting us all together. So I understand that you're playing a role in all of this spectacular. We're going to have another Kelley that's going to come back. And
Lori, it was funny because Lori called me and probably a few weeks ago and said, "Hey, we've been asked to be the master of ceremonies of this festivity," and she said, "Would you be interested?" my schedule's pretty flexible these days, and so I said absolutely. I mean, if you're up for it, I think that's exciting. We've kind of left and went into Fort Walton. Our businesses now are scattered. Lori's in Destin, and I'm in Fort Walton and Destin, and so it's great to get back into Niceville and see a lot of the faces and the people that we have missed the last several years. But so we're really looking forward to it, and it'll be interesting to see how Lori and I work together.
Oh, that's going to be
on the Master of Ceremony.
Chuck and Lori's show.
Yeah, we're looking forward.
Well, we are so intertwined. Lori was very instrumental in me becoming the chairman of the board shortly thereafter. So what a small world it is.
Well, and she absolutely loved it. And today, I mean, we still drive through Niceville. We just still do some business in Niceville, and we just look around us and just remember where we were and what we went through and the things that were going on at the time. And we both still have really fond thoughts and memories of the growing of that community and being a part of it, and miss a lot of the people that it's great to run into. And
Alan has shared with us that we've heard a lot about the Civic Hall of Fame, but he's shared with us that he won't let the cat out of the bag. But we're going to see a huge program that's going to include stories and facts about the area, different civic leaders that have worked selflessly over the decades. So it's going to be a little walk down memory lane to tell us about how we got where we are.
Well, that's it. I think
years later.
There's going to be, as you said, some historical testimonials. There's going to be guest speakers at this. Of course, lunch is going to be there. There's going to be the awards that are going to be given, and I'm sure that I don't know if the 8 people will be known before that day.
No, it's all under wraps. The accountant will come out with the sealed envelope.
So that part of it, I think, is going to just be great to show up and see what's going on and who are all these people, and again, celebrate and thank the people who paved the way for all this.
And one of the cool parts about the whole deal, and you and I kind of alluded to all that, but the chamber has always thrived. It's always been central to the growth and health of the Niceville Valparaiso community. So it's kind of interesting to do the 60th anniversary of the chamber at the same time we're doing this Civic League, and it's still thriving today. It's grown and grown and grown and grown beyond anything we even could imagine when we were chair of the board.
and that's what chambers do, and they're instrumental to businesses and what they can bring. And we've always stayed, though we may have moved from the Niceville community, we've stayed involved in the Fort Walton Chamber, we've stayed involved in the Destin Chamber, and Lori was president of, I think, South Walton Chamber. But it's because we see the value and what they bring to a business and to a community, and Niceville continues to just do a great job.
And the culmination for all this is going to be the wonderful date, if you want to attend, is going to be Thursday, July 28th, 11 a.m. at the Niceville Community Center. Lunch catered by 128 Modern Bistro. How do folks get in there, Chuck?
Well, and that's it. And so we're kind of telling everybody far enough in advance that you can clear your calendar, make sure your calendar's set up, and you can mark that day. It's going to be Thursday the 28th. But tickets, it's open to the public. Anybody that would like to come is welcome to be there. You get tickets through the chamber. You can give them a call, or you can go online at nicevillechamber.com.
678-2323 if you want to use
That's right. And so you want to register and make sure you have a ticket. And they're $25 a ticket for what's going to be a great program and a lot of things to see and do.
Now, I hear rumors that the Las Vegas book are making odds on who's going to be the 8, so I don't know. You get with your bookie. Something on the.
And I don't know. I don't know if nominations are closed, but they could nominate people that have been instrumental.
8 will be a drop in the bucket compared to all the folks that have come.
It's a great start. It's a great start and well deserved. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think the 28th is going to be a great time.
Yeah, I think we could probably, like I said, banter some names around. When you were the chamber chair, what was your big event or what's your best memory out of it?
Well, it's not going to be my best memory, but that was the year Hurricane Opal came through.
Oh my goodness!
In September, October, and so when you're the chamber and you're involved with the business, you're trying to make sure everybody's okay, everybody's back on their feet, and the businesses are operating. But that was certainly one of the big events of that year. Unfortunately, we had to end the year though with Hurricane Opal, but that was a big
wow,
big
and that's scary. I can't even imagine that.
And it doesn't seem, again, I was chairman of the board in 1995, and it just, to me, again, doesn't seem like it was that long ago that Opal was here.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Our big deal was we just finished the building and we worked on paying the mortgage off, and we were in my year we were actually able to retire the mortgage.
That's a pretty special event.
That was
unto
amazing.
itself.
And we did all kinds of crazy things to raise money.
Yeah,
We sold shrubbery. We worked
anything to bring money in.
Anything to bring money in. And speaking of money, there are a couple of sponsorships still available, as I understand it. I think that you need to get a hold of the chamber. The diamond sponsorships included a reserve table for 8 and table signage recognition on the event program, social media, e-press for only $300, and you can register the diamond sponsorship, same place as nicevillechamber.com, or give the chamber a call, 678-2323. So what are you up to nowadays? Are you?
Well, it was interesting. We transitioned. At the time that we had the supermarkets, you saw a lot of the supermarkets getting into the wine and liquor sales adjacent to their existing store.
Yeah.
We did that and then found out that we really enjoyed that aspect of the business.
Yeah.
And so that's what my brother and I, who were in business in the grocery store, that's what we do now. And so we've got 4 locations. It's called Beach Liquors between Fort Walton, Destin, Panama City Beach, and Crestview. So,
not to mention a stint on the school board. So
I was on the school board for 8 years.
You've been busy, yeah.
And and we were talking about that a little bit in Niceville, and great people at Niceville High School, and they remain one of the. Well, the whole area's got a great school district.
Yeah.
But Niceville certainly is right there at the peak of all of it.
Sure. Well, I want to wrap all this up. Chuck, thank you for coming back. It really was a blast from the past. It's good to see you. I'm glad you and Lori are doing so well, and I look forward to seeing you at the big 60th celebration.
Really looking forward to it, Dave, and it was great seeing you again. And this is what I'm anticipating on the 28th is a great time for everybody and see a lot of new people again.
Amen. I got a couple quick announcements before we close today. The July breakfast will be Wednesday, July 13th, 7:30, Niceville Community Center. Emerald Coast Marketing and Publishing are the sponsors, so make sure you show up. Breakfast is $5 cash or $6 credit card at the door. And the 60th anniversary celebration and Civic Hall of Fame luncheon will be on July 28th, 11 a.m., Niceville Community Center. For tickets, give the chamber a call. It's going to be a walk down memory lane, and you don't want to miss it. Do a special prayer and a moment of silence for the folks overseas this July as we enjoy our Independence Day, and remember it's from those folks that we get our freedom. So God bless you all, and we look forward to seeing you next month.